So Valve recently introduced something to Counter-Strike called the Terminal. This terminal, absolutely, totally, 100% is not a loot box. No way, not even close, nothing like it whatsoever. Instead, it is simply a unique sales opportunity offered to players. Take it or leave it, no strings attached. And in this video, we are going to be having a look at the question, are the offers in these terminal scams? Are they worth picking up if Valve offers them to you, or should you let them go and never touch this thing in a million years? It's a massively important question, so let's get into things. Now, this video is sponsored by Skinsmonkey, the trading site where you can quickly and easily trade your skins. Just log in, add your trade link, and you are good to go. All you have to do is select the items you want and hit the trade button. There's over 150,000 items to choose from, and if you use my code Zeus, you can get up to $5 off your first trade. And even if you're not interested in trading, the site holds free, daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways that you can enter completely for free. It's a great site, check it out, link is in the description. So first things first, in this video I'm not going to be able to refer to these things by name, we're just going to say Steam credits instead. Sorry about that, it's a YouTube thing, I can't do much about it. And anyway, the terminals. So everyone knows when you open them, they spit out offers for skins at varying prices. This is supposed to be determined based on some kind of algorithm that reacts to supply and demand. We don't know exactly how it works, but we can look at some of the prices it is spitting out. So to try and get some data on this, I made a tweet asking people to show me some of the offers they've been given, and then I went and put it all in a spreadsheet to see what I could find. Pretty simple stuff, and there was a lot of responses. So I wrote up the first 50 skins. There was some stuff I had to leave out, like factory new gloves. I can't price those, so I couldn't really include them. It's all in Steam value as well, which meant a few skins were capped at 2k, although don't worry, nobody is losing on them. But either way, the results are obvious. People are making bank from these gloves. The clearest winner was definitely the guy who got a set of Ultraviolence for 158 Steam credits, casual 1000% return there, but in general, 100+% returns were really common. In fact, these are really just some crazy margins in general. 85% of the time, if you get an offer, it is worth taking. Now, it does seem like the deals are getting worse. We don't know exactly how the dynamic pricing in the terminals works, but ultraviolet gloves seem to have gone from about 150 to about 1k. That is a big increase, but at the end of the day, they are still clearly fucking worth it. And so are a lot of the other gloves as well. Okay, so I guess that sorts it. Terminals are not a scam. Question answered, right? Well, no, actually. In fact, even at first glance, it is obvious that I have a massively biased dataset here. It's almost entirely high-end gloves, and when you look at the lower-end stuff like covert skins and less popular gloves, the ROI drops off massively. For example, minimal wear hand sweaters. Valve wants about 900 Steam credits for them, and on Steam, they're also about 900 Steam credits. So after Steam fees, plus the cost of the terminal, you're down over 100 credits. Chocolate Chesterfield 0.16 field testers. They're about 300 here and about 300 on Steam. So again, after Steam tax, you're losing. Blazers, it's a similar deal. The price here is basically the same as the price on Steam. Once you get away from the really good gloves, it looks like things get a lot less lucrative. So I think what's happened with this tweet is that anyone who's gotten a good offer in the terminals has rushed to show me, sometimes even posing with their newborn kid, while anyone who's gotten shit offers has been a lot less keen to do that. So, is my whole spreadsheet here that I spent like 2 hours on completely useless? No, but we've got to understand what it shows. It shows us which skins are profitable, and the profitable skins are the high-end gloves. Once you start getting offered less desirable skins, it quickly becomes way less lucrative, and sometimes not even worth it at all. But hold on, we're still just talking about covert skins, or better, right? Like, everything I've looked at so far has either been a red or a gold. What about the blues and the purples the terminal is offering? Most of the time, that's what you're going to get offered. Well, this is an excellent question, and we're going to go in game to check it out. Okay, let's check out this terminal. Right, let's knock it open. Okay, so we got our first skin, a 6 cent fragment minimal wear. We're going to use Australian values here, by the way, it just makes it a bit easier. Before I was using US, just keep that in mind. Right, so this is a 98 cent skin on the Steam market. That is a good deal. Right, another 6-cent blue skin. Let's check this one out. Oh, this one's an even better deal. It's $1.46 on the Steam market. And we got a pink that was not part of the script. This is actually going to be interesting to test. Okay, this skin is $33 on the Steam market. That is a good deal. And we're back to the blues. We've got a Zubastic Battle Scarred, $118. Okay, that's another good deal. And it's exactly the same thing as before, so we've sort of seen that one. Right, point is, these are actually good deals. These skins are worth more than what Valve is asking for in the terminal. But there is one problem with that. I paid $8.79 for the terminal. So even though the skins in the terminal are good deals, after buying the terminal, I am down, pretty much no matter what I could have picked there. And this is actually kind of the crux of what's going on with the terminal. You see, most of the time, the deals Valve are offering you in this thing are actually pretty good. Most of the time, when you open a terminal, it is worth buying what they're offering. But the terminal itself is the bit where you're going to lose. And by the time you get a killer offer in a terminal, you're probably going to be so down from opening them that it's not going to be enough to cover it. So, you know, it's kind of all a bit like cases. And I think that may not be a coincidence either. Players are happy to open cases when that's a really bad idea, and I think they're going to be happy to open terminals when that's a bad idea as well. But crucially, I don't think you can call the offers in the terminal scams. In fact, for the most part, I think the offers are pretty reasonable. And not only that, even though the terminals have a dynamic pricing feature that we don't 100% understand yet, I think the offers are going to stay reasonable as well, because no one is going to use these things unless the skins in them are semi-decent. So there's probably always going to be good offers in these things. It's just that buying the terminals in the first place is probably a bad idea. And frankly, I think it's really interesting that the new terminals are kind of acting a lot like the old cases. Although maybe that shouldn't be a surprise. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe, massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.